Welcome everyone to the AAF Simulated on EA Sports, and it has been a hot minute since we have created any sort of content. A lot going on in my personal life, but I'm finally getting back into the swing of things on this side of football, the AAF Simulated. And today we've got a pretty good matchup coming your way. The 2-3 Atlanta Legends hosting the 1-4 San Antonio Commanders, and it's going to be interesting to see how these teams perform. Both of them have been very consistent, especially when you look at Atlanta. I'd say San Antonio consistently has not had a good offense, but you look at the Atlanta Legends, started the season 2-1. We're looking like they'd have a pretty dang good chance at winning that division. And since then, they've dropped 2. They just haven't looked the same. They got blown out by the Memphis Express last week, 33-14. And it just hasn't been good. Defensively, they've struggled a lot recently. So we'll see what they can do. Second game in a row that they'll be home. You know, last week they got blown out again at home by Memphis. We'll see what they can do. Meanwhile, San Antonio, they are looking for just something on offense. I mean, they have just been a disaster all season long. They're sitting at 1-4 in a very good division. I mean, I'd say playoff hopes are almost out the window at this point. They've got to get a big win here on the road against a team that certainly is better than them, at least on paper, which is surprising because on paper at the beginning of the season, certainly seemed like San Antonio was a stronger team, but they have really struggled. Nick Rose will kick it away. Atlanta will receive to start this game. On the return is Denard Robinson. He'll take a knee. And keys to this game for both teams, quarterback play. Aaron Murray coming out for the Atlanta Legends, and he's had a pretty good season. He's thrown for 1,085 yards. He's thrown 9 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. He's completing 70% of his passes with a 104.2 QB rating. The only concerning factor about Aaron Murray is that last week against Memphis, his worst day of the year, he only had 210 yards, threw an interception, QB rating of 78.2 as they got blown out. The week before that, it wasn't great either. He threw for 229 yards. He threw 2 touchdowns, but also threw 2 interceptions in their loss to Arizona in week 4. So we'll see what he can do today to improve, and can Coach Jen Welter get this offense back on track here at home against the Commanders. 1st and 10 from the 25. Back to throw is Murray with time. Quick pass across the middle. It's dropped. Incomplete. Looking for Robinson coming out of the backfield. Let's take a look at this offense. They've got a lot of weapons, and Denard Robinson is going to be key to this game. If he can get going, they'll be in good shape. You know, we've seen the couple games that they've won is when Denard Robinson performs well. On the season, let me get the stats up really quick. He's got only 207 yards. He's got a touchdown and a fumble. Problem is he's averaging only 3.5 yards a carry. He's going to have to up that today if Atlanta wants to win. The Commanders have a pretty good defense, so we'll see what happens. Also, wide receivers to mention, Monte Crockett and Bug Howard, definitely 2 guys to watch. They are electrifying. Here's Monte Crockett in motion. They run this play a lot. Murray's going to take it himself with a lot of room to run. Aaron Murray scrambles for 17, and that's an Atlanta first down. And this is the dangerous offense that we know from Atlanta, and here's why. They love to run this play. Jen Welter loves to run this play, and it works. There's 4 options here. Murray either takes it himself, he either gives it to Monte Crockett, he either gives it to Denard Robinson, or he fakes it to all 3 running options and passes the football. So there's so many different things you can do on that play. Leaves defenses just completely confused. 1st and 10 now from the 42. Murray will throw with all sorts of time. He's got to let it go. To the sidelines, almost intercepted. Deron Smith had his fingers on it and just can't bring it in. Let's look at this defense. And the defense certainly does not reflect a 1-4 record. They've been pretty solid. We got Joey Mbu, Matthew Godden, Winston Craig on the line, Shane Washington, Nick Temple there at the linebacker position, Devontae Bosby and Deron Smith, who just had to play there. These are some elite defenders. These are guys that have proven that they can make plays and be solid football players. The problem is the Commanders' offense has been absolute garbage throughout this entire season. So we'll see. I mean, we're heading into the second half of the season. I know we've also haven't really uploaded anything for over a month, I think. So we'll see how things change, if they do. Crockett in motion, and Murray, why not? It's going to take it again, and then blasted at the 47 by Washington, but still a gain of 6, and brings up an important 3rd and 4 on this opening drive for the Legends. Let's see what they can get done, and something that's going to be critical in this game for the Legends is whether or not they can convert on 3rd down. You know, a couple of games they've really done well, a couple of games they have not. And I think that's going to be a deciding factor today for how their offense performs. 3rd and 4. Murray will throw. San Antonio brings a blitz. Going deep down the sidelines. Man wide open. It's complete. Monte Crockett stays in bounds and gets to San Antonio's 28. This Legends offense, we know how dangerous they can be when they're firing on all cylinders. And Monte Crockett with a big reception there for 25 yards. And look at how wide open he gets. And he's going up against some good defenders. I mean, he's got Devontae Bosby, Zach Sanchez over there. And he's getting open. He's making plays. 25-yard pickup on a big 3rd and 4. And these Legends in business on this opening drive, already inside San Antonio's 30. A couple of those big plays. Aaron Murray's run. And now that completion set him up nicely. 1st and 10. All receivers spread wide. Murray all day to throw the football. He's got to get rid of it. He will. And it's complete. Coming back to it is Bug Howard to the 15. The Legends rolling in, and this is a really important game for Atlanta because they're sitting at 2 and 3 in that East Division. But you got Birmingham who's 3 and 2, Orlando's who's 3 and 3. I mean, it's gonna be intense coming down the stretch between all three of these teams. Orlando beat Atlanta, but Atlanta beat Birmingham, so it's kind of a whole mess right now. Atlanta wins this, they'll get close to the 2nd seed. Murray, end zone shot, and overthrows his man looking for Bug Howard. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10. Surprisingly, Denard Robinson has not had a single carry yet on this drive. Already down to the 15 of San Antonio, and we haven't seen Robinson once. 2nd and 10 from the 15. See what the play call is from Jen Welter. Will Robinson get his first carry? No, he won't. Swinging out of the backfield. Murray with time, and he will dump it off to Robinson. Makes the catch, cutting it upfield, makes a move inside the 10. It's going to bring up 3rd and about 1 from the 6. And hey, I mean, we knew he was going to get involved one way or another, and it's a big play. Sets up 3rd and 1, a much more manageable 3rd down in this sort of situation here. You know, at the 6, you don't need to go to the end zone right now. Just try to get a yard or two, pick up the 1st down, then you got 4 shots at the end zone from the 3 or 4 yard line. 3rd and 1. And Murray will throw. Quick pass knocked away. Not a good pass from Murray. That's Nick Temple who gets his hands on it. And I'm surprised that Aaron Murray decided to throw that football. If you look, I mean, that's just way behind Crockett. Not a good pass. And those are 2 passes on this drive that were nearly intercepted by the Commanders. But that's a big break for San Antonio. They hold Atlanta to 3 points after the Legends dominated their defense on that drive. So Younghoe Koo going to come out for a 23-yard field goal attempt. Try to get the first points of this game. Should be a no-brainer for him. It's up and it's good. Koo is true from 23. One of the best kickers in this league. It's a chip shot, but still, it's just good to see your kicker just bang those through. You know, no contest, no worries. Straight down the middle. Younghoe Koo proving himself to be an NFL caliber kicker, without a doubt in my mind. And we'll see how Atlanta's defense fares. And San Antonio now, let's look at this offense. And they have been horrible. I mean, week 4 against Birmingham, they only put up 6 points. Last week against Arizona, they put up 14. But that all came at the end in garbage time after they were down 18-0. So Logan Woodside started the first 3 games, turned the ball over like 7 times throughout that period. Then they put out Marquise Williams, but he didn't do much better. So Woodside will be coming back out, and we'll see what they can do. On the returners, DeMarcus Ayers taking it from about the 1, and San Antonio's offense is desperately going to need some sort of spark. And they're going to need to just be efficient on offense quickly, and let's see if Woodside can do it. If we look at his stats in the 3 games that he played, horrible, really. 720 yards, which a lot of yards, but he's only completing 57% of his passes, threw 2 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, and fumbled the football away. QB rating of 62.6. Disappointing, to say the least. I mean, Logan Woodside coming into the league, coming into the season, was supposed to be one of the top-tier quarterbacks in the AAF Simulated, and he's been nothing of the sort. In fact, if you go to our AAF sheets down in the description below, you'll see that he's the lowest rated quarterback right now. So we'll see if he can change that today. You know, second half of the season, maybe it'll be a good half for him, but we'll see what happens. 1st and 10. On the ground is Ken Farrell with a nice hole and a flag on the play. And that's going to hurt. That's holding on Mikael McKay, the receiver. And a nice run of about 5 or 6 yards now. turns into a 1st and 20 situation. And these are the types of things that San Antonio offensively, they just shoot themselves in the foot, whether it's turnovers, penalties, drop passes, missed opportunities. The list goes on, and it's something that Mike Riley, the head coach, has not been able to fix. 1st and 20 now, from all the way back at the 17. They give it to Farrow again, who has some room, and he'll get all of that back and more. How about that? Kenneth Farrow on the ground goes for 11, and Farrow, he's someone I really want to focus on today. He has been really the only bright spot of this offense throughout the season. He's got 281 yards. He's averaging 4.3 yards a carry, 4 touchdowns in 5 games. I mean, he's doing it all, and he's also doing it through the air with well over 100 yards receiving. He's been one of the only guys to hold together that offense. 2nd and 9 now from the 28. They go back to Farrow. Why not? He's got an angle, spins away from one man, but then taken down to 34. So that's a gain of 6. It's bring up big 3rd and 3 for this Commanders offense right off the bat. And you think, if it weren't for that holding penalty, they could be midfield right now. 17 more yards from Farrow after 6. So, stuff like this. I mean, they could be 1st and 10 right now at the 50 instead 3rd and 3 at their own 34. Can they convert? All receivers spread wide for Woodside. See what he can do. Atlanta brings a blitz, and that is a horrible pass from Woodside on his first attempt. Not even close to Ayers. It felt the pressure, and, you know, this is what we've been seeing from Woodside. It just... no confidence, no, I don't even know, like, who was that to? What was it for? Almost borderline intentional grounding, and 4th and 3 from the 34. I think it's pretty obvious that they're going to punt it, and they will. Joseph Zima on to boot it away for San Antonio. Back to receive is Irvin Phillips, the wide receiver, take it down to 27. So decent starting field position for the Legends for their 2nd drive of the game. And, you know, Atlanta, they've been a solid team throughout the season in these sort of situations, with going up against these teams that have been struggling. Their first win came against San Diego, and their 2nd win came against Birmingham. The funny thing to note about both of those teams, they're both leading in their divisions right now. But towards the beginning of the season, when Atlanta beat them, they were very inconsistent teams who have now found their stride over the last couple of weeks. So Atlanta has been very good against inconsistent teams this season. On the ground, Robinson trying to get something going, and how about that play in the backfield? Nowhere for him to go. Joey Embu, the big man. It's a loss of 3. He just blasts right through that offensive line. Not a chance for Denard Robinson to make anything happen. And right now, if you're a fan of the San Antonio Commanders, you're gonna have to hope that their defense can at least hold up for a little while, because we've seen this, you know, throughout so many games where they have held up, but then the offense still can't do anything, and it's disappointing for sure. 2nd and 13, Murray gonna take it himself and cut through a hole, and Aaron Murray stumbling forward for a 1st down. Unbelievable run from the quarterback. So much for the defense holding up. Look at this. There's a few guys right there that can make the play. He drags defenders and then dives for the 1st down. You love to see that from your quarterback. I mean, diving forward is a little bit risky, but to get a 1st down, make a big play after the defense had a nice stop. What you'd like to see. 1st and 10 from the 37. Atlanta trying to make a statement here. Back to throw, quick pass, and it's complete. Out to Monte Crockett. That's a gain of 7. It's going to bring up 2nd and 3. So far, we've seen a lot from this Atlanta offense. We've seen some impressive runs from Murray. We've seen Monte Crockett. But I think what's going to be really important right now for Atlanta is marching down and scoring a touchdown, getting a 2-score lead, and showing that this offense can score touchdowns at will. Robinson once again taken down immediately. Maybe a yard gain on the play. Excellent defense at Tyrone Holmes for the tackle. And again, this Commanders defense, you got to give them credit for how they've fought throughout this season. And it's a shame that their offense can't do anything, really. 3rd and 1. On the ground, Robinson, it's too easy. San Antonio definitely not playing for the run, and it came back to bite them. Robinson finally has a decent carry to 1st down to the 49. And this is what you want to see if you're Atlanta. Get Denard Robinson going early on in the game, because that'll make Aaron Murray all the more effective as a quarterback. And again, if we go back to the last couple of weeks, Aaron Murray has not been great through the air, and it's because Robinson hasn't done much. You know, going back to the game against Arizona in week 4, he only had 39 yards on the ground. And then the week after that, against Memphis, only 25. So they have got to find a way to get him going. He's got like 60 yards in the last 2 games combined. That's gotta improve for sure. Monte Crockett gets it on the pitch, and trying to spin away, Deron Smith takes him down at the 45. 2nd and 6 coming up. And again, not only is that a key for Atlanta to win this game, but it's also a key for San Antonio to give themselves a chance to win this game. Can they stop the run? You know, we've seen both opposing defenses against Atlanta the last 2 weeks, the Hot Shots and the Express, shut him down. Can the Commanders shut him down today? 2nd and 6. It's Robinson with a nice hole. And close to a first down. Does he get it? No, he does not. It's going to bring up 3rd and inches from the 39. Interesting position to be in if they don't pick this up. I mean, you're at San Antonio's 39. Would you go for it? Would you kick a field goal? Would you punt? Tough spot to be in, but let's see if the Legends can just pick this one up. 3rd and inches. Time ticking in this first quarter. And they will not get the play off, so we'll have some more time to think about the play call. We're at the end of 1 here in Atlanta. The hometown Legends looking to get back on track against the visiting 1-4 Commanders. Got a 3-0 lead after 1 and the football. Big 3rd and inches coming up, and it's going to be a decision for Welter no matter what happens. Right now, you got to make a good decision, pick up a first down, but then if you don't pick up the first down, what do? I mean, this is a game that you have to come out and dominate and just get yourself back on track. You know, it should be a relatively easy win for Atlanta today if they play their cards right. And so far, so good. But can they get the big play and score a touchdown? 3rd and inches. Off play action, Murray. Quick pass, and it's hauled in. Nicely done. That's Bug Howard to the 33, and the Legends pick up the first down. Just too easy on a play like this, and San Antonio's defense just gives... Look at how much room Howard has. I mean, Shane Washington, maybe not the best cover linebacker in the league, but you'd expect him to be a little bit more on that. But heck of a play by Murray. Nice little play action. He did a hard play action there to Robinson. Paid off nicely. 1st and 10 now from the 33, and the Legends continuing to move the football well. Back to throw is Murray again. Quick pass, and it's complete. Stanbury, the tight end, with another first down. Legends are rolling once again. Charles Stanbury, someone that really doesn't get a lot of attention, but he's had some nice plays over the last few weeks. You know, making things happen, picking up a couple first downs, and again, the type of guy that maybe won't get much recognition, but certainly gets the job done for his team as a tight end. 1st and 10. Murray will throw again. Quick pass, and it's caught. Bug Howard inside the 10 to the 8. Aaron Murray rolling right now, 7 of 11. Bug Howard, he's also rolling. 3 catches for 34 yards already in this first half, and the Legends are making things happen on offense. Commanders defense, not many answers. And just soft coverage, very soft coverage. And it's hurting Atlanta right now. Excuse me, it's hurting San Antonio. Mike Riley just kind of throwing his hands in the air, just like, what's going on? And I don't blame him. I mean, his defense is not playing very good defense right now, and his offense had a quick 3 and out. So, and that's disappointing as well, because you look at the whole first quarter went by, and San Antonio's offense had 3 plays in an entire quarter of football, and counting right now as we're under 8.5 in the second. 1st and goal from the 8. Atlanta, can they punch it in right here? Low snap. They give it to Robinson, who's met immediately. Strong tackle up front by Shane Washington. Brings up 2nd and goal from the 9. I think Washington had a bit of anger in that one. Upset about giving up the first down to Bug Howard. And he lets it out on Denard Robinson. Sheesh. Solid hit from Washington. It's going to bring up 2nd and goal from the 9. see what the play call is from Welter on 2nd and goal. And it's a delayed give. Robinson, wow, gets down to the 4. That's Washington in there again to make the tackle, but he should have been caught up in the backfield. I really don't know how he slipped through. 3rd and goal. Big 3rd and goal again for the Legends right now, who had to settle for a 23-yard field goal. They're not going to want to settle for a 21-yarder. They've got to score a touchdown right now and start to assert some dominance on offense. Big blitz. Lets it rip to the end zone, and what a catch. Touchdown, Bug Howard. The Atlanta Legends find the end zone. They've got a 9-0 lead here in the 2nd quarter. And Murray, this is what we love to see from Aaron Murray. He hangs in the pocket despite the pressure, and a nice pass and a great catch from Bug Howard. And someone else is, a group that's not going to get a lot of credit for this play, but they made it happen. That offensive line, they blocked every single blitzer coming in from San Antonio. And it's why they scored a touchdown, 9-0 lead, and now going for 2 to make it an 11-point game. Murray, QB sneak, and he is in. And this Atlanta home crowd absolutely loves it. 11-0. The Legends cannot be stopped right now. Mike Riley, clearly disappointed, and I don't blame him. But look at this. This is just beautiful execution. You spread all the receivers out wide, get the linebackers out of there, and then it's just as simple as creating a little bit of a hole there on the offensive line and getting the job done. And San Antonio is going to need some sort of answer here on offense, and I don't know if they're going to get it. And it's a shame because they have a lot of players that have put a lot of effort into making things happen. I mean, DeMarcus Ayers, the wide receiver, has almost 250 yards on the air. He's returning this right now, taking down the 26. You got guys like Mikael McKay. You've got over 200 yards receiving, and they just haven't been able to score touchdowns and make things happen. And a lot of it comes to the quarterback play. Logan Woodside and Marquise Williams have consistently been unable to make things happen on offense when they need to. And something is just going to come back to haunt them. You go all the way back to week 1 against San Diego. They put up 21 points, but 18 of those came in the 4th quarter. They got the win against Orlando in week 2, their only win of the season, and that came on a bogus PI call. They should have lost that game as well. San Diego lost 40-23. Again, most of those points coming at the end of that game. Off play action, Woodside will throw. Quick pass, and it's complete. That's McKay to the 40. San Antonio is going to need well, not necessarily a quick score, but they're just going to need to put together a good drive here and score touchdowns, because again, that is something that they have struggled to do at all, really. I mean, it's just been disastrous for them scoring touchdowns. 1st and 10, Woodside with time has to let it go, and it's caught on the sidelines by Evan Rodriguez for a gain of 2. But anyways, back to what I was saying. Week 4 against Birmingham, they lost that game 12-6, and they had to kick a 23-yard field goal and a 24-yard field goal. Once again, their offense could not convert. They could not get touchdowns. Came back to lose that game 12-6. Then the week after that against Arizona, they scored a couple touchdowns, but it came to the end of the game. Like, it didn't matter. They lost that game. 2nd and 8. On the ground is Farrell with a big hole. Kenneth Farrell into Atlanta territory. He's having himself a nice day. I mean, he's only got 3 touches, and he's got 29 yards. This is the power of having a good running back. But it's also a shame because, once again, the quarterback play has just been so inconsistent and so poor that all of Farrell's efforts don't amount to much. Still, though, it's a great run and a nice hole given to him by the offensive line. 1st and 10 from the 47. High snap. Farrell gets it, trying to spin, but spins into the defender. That's a loss of 1 on the play. Nice tackle by Jeff Luke, right down the middle. Spins into the defender, and I think if he spun the other way, he would have had a chance to get to the outside, make something happen. Made a mistake. The offensive line broke down, and Atlanta did not want to let Farrell have 2 good runs in a row. Do a good job of shutting him down there. 2nd and 11 now from the 48. It's been a relatively decent drive to start from San Antonio. Can they keep it up? Once again going on the ground, and Farrow nowhere to go. Once again going to bring up a 3rd and 11, and here's another issue that San Antonio struggled with a lot. 3rd downs. They've been terrible on 3rd downs this season, and also not just the fact that they've been bad on 3rd downs, but they've been inefficient on 1st and 2nd downs because they find themselves in these long 3rd downs, 3rd and 8s, 3rd and 9s, right now 3rd and 11, and it makes it difficult to convert. Woodside will throw with plenty of time. Just got to get rid of it. He will, and it's somehow complete. DeMarcus Ayers down to the 27. So the Commanders' offensive line is able to hold up, and Woodside sneaks one into Ayers. It's a gain of 20 on the play, and that defense finally just broke down. And look at that catch from Ayers. Woodside almost missed that throw. DeMarcus Ayers, heck of a grab, and now they're in scoring position to at least make this a one-score game before half. And remember, the Commanders do get the football for half, so there is an opportunity for them to make something happen. Back to throw is Woodside. Quick pass, nearly picked off. Tyson Graham had an opportunity to make a play, and Woodside threw it right into his gut. And again, Woodside, with these inaccurate passes, like, there are quarterbacks in this league that, miss a pass here and there. But Woodside, it's every game, like, it's almost like fans have a heart attack every time he throws a football because you never know where the heck it's going to go. 2nd and 10 from the 27. On the ground, Farrell trying to bounce to the outside, and how about the coverage? Beautifully done. That's Desmond Lawrence in there to make the stop. And he just gets right to the outside. Not a chance for Fowler to even make a move. And now, hey, where are they? Another long 3rd down situation. And this is a problem that San Antonio has faced a lot. Mike Riley has been unable to correct it. They are not good, and they just get themselves stuck in these situations. Logan Woodside will throw on 3rd and 12. Once again, with plenty of time. Checks it out. That's caught by Rodriguez, and he goes nowhere. And well, he ends up picking a few, but it's going to bring up 4th and 7. Nick Rose is going to have to come out for the field goal. I give props to Woodside for at least getting this football out of his hands without taking a sack, because we've seen them take crazy sacks, push him out of field goal range. At least they should be able to get 3 points. Once again, it's just a disappointing finish to a drive that showed some promise. And it goes to show, once again, San Antonio just has such a hard time scoring touchdowns, and it's just so strange. 41-yard field goal attempt for Nick Rose. Make this an 11-3 ball game. The kick is on its way, and it is good. Rose cuts into the Legends' lead, but the Legends have the 2-minute warning and 3 timeouts, so an opportunity for them to get some more points on the board before halftime. So, San Antonio, if you look back on their season, it's certainly just been a story of disappointment. Coming into this league, we had them ranked high on our power rankings. We were expecting them to do a lot of damage, and they have not done much at all. But, if they somehow find a way to win this game, if they can somehow find a way to beat Salt Lake and Arizona, they still have a chance. If they can just put together some pieces. Problem is, they have had a really hard time putting those pieces together, and I'd say half the blame goes on the QBs, and half the blame goes on the coach. Mike Riley has not been able to get his team going. Meanwhile, Atlanta now with 2 minutes and 3 seconds, coming out from their own 27. Let's see what they can make happen. Plenty of time to do something, at least. So we'll see. Gonna get at least a play in. Well, probably one play before the 2-minute warning. And you wonder, will they get the ball to Robinson here or close to the air? Considering they have the time stoppage, they might go to Robinson. 1st and 10, Murray to throw. Quick pass, and it's caught, and he gets out of bounds, but it don't matter. 11-3 with 2 minutes left to go in this first half. The Legends leading the Commanders. Irvin Phillips gets his first catch of the day. It's always good to see Phillips get involved. He's a scrappy wide receiver that makes things happen. I mean, he's a fun guy to watch his routes. He gets open. 2nd and 6. Back to throw is Murray. Plenty of time. Going deep. And knocked away. Excellent defense there. Deron Smith has made a few beautiful plays on the football today. Big 3rd and 6. Because actually, if the Commanders can somehow get a stop here on 3rd and 6, maybe force an incompletion or something, they have time of their own to try to score. Can they do that? I don't know, but they have time. Murray, quick pass, knocked away. Great defense again. Austin Larkin, the linebacker, knocks it away, and Atlanta's got the punt. And that's another dangerous throw from Murray. Gets it knocked away, but he's had a few throws today that certainly could have been intercepted had the defenders play the ball a bit better. Regardless of it's a great play by Larkin to knock that ball away, force the punt, and stop the clock. And this is the stuff that, I've been saying. This defense has made great plays throughout the season, and the offense just hasn't been able to do much with that at all. Greg Ward taking down the 20. They're called 21. So 1:43 and 3 timeouts for Logan Woodside and crew to try to make something happen on their end of the football. And I hate to be pessimistic. And also, I'm not trying to take any sides here, by the way. I'm totally neutral watching these games. But just from watching San Antonio the last 5 weeks and for most of this game already, I mean, there's just no energy from San Antonio's offense whatsoever. There are hardly any big plays. You never see them make the big conversions when they really need to. And there's just a lack of confidence from Woodside, especially under pressure. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Woodside. Quick pass. It's caught at the 28. So bring up 2nd and 3. That's Ayers with his 2nd catch of the day. But time is running, and time is of the essence for these Commanders as they're under a minute and a half here in this ball game. 2nd and 3 from the 28. Woodside to throw. Getting pressured, has to just let it go, and it's hauled in by Farrow, but he probably should have dropped it because more time is running off the clock, and they did not pick up a 1st down. Only a bit over a minute here in this first half. 3rd and 2, and now they call a timeout after wasting 11 seconds. Just the inability to score in these important... I'm losing my train of thought, but the inability to score in these important positions has really hurt San Antonio. Right now, I'd say it's partially to blame on Madden. They're horrible with time management, but still, just in general, they only have 3 points in a game. They've had opportunities. Woodside, quick pass, it's caught. Trying to make a move is McKay. Taken down, they have to use another timeout. The 1+ for the Commanders, which hopefully I don't jinx them here for their sake, but they have not turned over the football yet, which is an impressive feat considering they turn over the football more than any other team in the entire league. So, if they can go a full half without doing that, I'm impressed. Despite only having 3 points on the board, hey, you know what? This is a step in the right direction. Woodside, it's a pass to Farrow. Doesn't really go anywhere, and this is a problem. I mean, and this is what I've been saying. Like, this offense has such a lack of confidence. Like, where's the shots down the field? Where are the big plays? We're under 40 seconds in this half, and they're still at their own 37. They started this drive on the 21-yard line. They've gone 16 yards in a minute. Back to throw is Woodside. Once again, a quick pass. Farrow trying to get a blocker. Actually, that's Rodriguez taking down the 47. And now they use their final timeout. So, Commanders are going to need a miracle right now to get points on the board. Really just wasting a bunch of time right now. They could just go to half. You wonder what Mike Riley's thinking, though, as the head coach right now. 1-4 in your debut season. And It's the second half of the season, trying to get a spark, and you got 3 points against the Legends. Woodside, it's called in. Rodriguez swung down to 44, and that'll probably be the last play of this drive. Woodside surprisingly has 75 yards through the air. It's an impressive stat. He's 10 for 12. But, yeah, this Madden time management, man, it's phenomenal. Anyways, that will take us to halftime. And I just want to take this time to just give you a quick update on what's going on my side of things. It's been a rough couple of months with a lot of stuff going on personally. I'm trying to work through it. I just kind of lost motivation for this project, and I don't have a ton of it for this project right now, but I want to try to complete it and get it done because I just want to get it done. So we'll see, but welcome back to the second half. I know you didn't leave, but welcome back. It's 11-3, Atlanta with the lead. San Antonio will get the football. Let's see what they can do. I bet you Mike Riley told them a bunch of stuff in that 30-second halftime. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they can come up with. Down 11-3, I mean, plenty of time, plenty of space for them to make some sort of comeback here. Do I think it's going to happen? No. We'll see, though. DeMarcus Ayers to receive, and he will take it out of the end zone. Why not? I mean, I guess try to make something happen. Get stuck behind his own man, and that just kind of sums up this offense. So, out comes Logan Woodside. 75 yards in that first half. Did not turn over the football. Impressive. And he was, I think, 10 for 12, which is also an impressive stat, considering he's completed only 57% of his passes throughout the last 3 games that he played. So, not bad. Not bad. But, 75 yards, not a whole lot there to the air. We saw a lot of dink and dunk in that first half. And only 3 points on the board, which kind of goes to show. Dink and dunk offense. 1st and 10. Woodside will throw on first down. Darts it, and it's complete. That's a first down to the 35. Greg Ward makes his first catch of the day. This brings up 1st and 10 at their own 35. Can they put together a drive here and do it at a time where they have to? Because they only seem to find the end zone when they're down by a few scores and it doesn't matter anymore. So we'll see if they can make it happen right now. Back to throw is Woodside. It's lobbed and hauled in. Nice grab. An interesting pass from Woodside, to say the least, but it's complete, and Rodriguez has 5 catches today. He's making things happen. That was a very interesting pass from Woodside. I mean, he was wide open, but decided to lob it kind of into the defender, and they're lucky that Rodriguez still made that catch. High snap. Farrow trying to get things going. Takes it to 49, but he struggled after a good start. 3 carries, he had 29 yards. Now on 7, he has 27, so -2 on his last 4 combined. It's been tough. It has been hard, tough sledding for Kenneth Farrow all season long. But you gotta give him credit for all that he's accomplished, despite this offense being so bad. Trying to make a move and loses yardage. This Atlanta defense is shutting him down. Jeff Luke with another phenomenal tackle, and San Antonio, once again, not in a great position. Long 3rd and 10 coming up. And again, this is just something that they struggle with. Like, they can never just have a good drive where they just march down the field and score quickly without any issues or problems along the way. And I know, it's football and you can't expect that to happen all the time, but you should expect to have it happen sometimes, at least. I mean, San Antonio just never does it. They just never do it. 3rd and 10. Woodside back to throw. Just gonna check it out. What in the world? Disaster. It's a loss of 5 to Rodriguez. 4th and 15, and Atlanta forces the punt. I don't even have any words. I do not understand. It's 3rd and 10, and Logan Woodside thinks it's a great idea to throw a screen back that makes your wide receiver run backwards and end up losing 5 on the play. I am sorry for San Antonio fans who are stuck watching these games where the team just continues to make stupid mistakes. But hey, if you're an Atlanta fan, you gotta love it. You know, your team's in a 2-game losing streak, gotta get something going. And that takes a nice bounce for San Antonio. Good punt from Joseph Zima. Down to the 6, so a lot of work to do for the Legends. A lot of work to do. Coming out, Denard Robinson and this offense, he's not done much on the ground. Had a couple decent carries, but for the most part, he's been shut down. And I think Atlanta this quarter is going to really have to try to get him going here and use him, get up by 2 scores again, and just start putting this ball game away. I mean, San Antonio, at this point, I just don't see it happening. It's sad. You know, there's 6:39 left in the 3rd quarter, but I've just seen too much of the same this season where they're just incapable of getting the job done. 1st and 10. On the ground, they give it to Akram Wadley, who makes a move. Actually, no, that was Robinson. Excuse me. Just came from the other side. Almost gets the first. It's a gain of 9.5. Brings up 2nd and inches from the 16. And, you know, granted, San Antonio's defense has not done that bad of a job today. They really haven't. They've held Atlanta to 11 points. They've given themselves opportunities to make stuff happen. Just haven't. Delayed give. Robinson picks up the first. To the 21. And hey, that's exactly what we were talking about. Try to get Robinson going this quarter because that'll really help Atlanta just close out this game, start extending their lead in, and just making things go their way on offense. First and 10 from the 21. On the ground, there's a flag, might be holding. This could be coming back. And it is holding, so it will come back, and that might just hurt this Atlanta drive. I mean, they're looking pretty good. Now they're 1st and 19 from the 12. See what Jen Melter can do. I mean, this offense, it has not been great the last few weeks, to say the least. I mean, they went down 24-0 against Arizona. Last week, blown out by Memphis. And today, I'd say the only reason they're winning is because San Antonio is just so bad. Bad pass from Murray. He was getting blown up on the play. He's thrown incompletes the last few pass attempts. 2nd and 19 from the 12. Can San Antonio's defense find a way to get a stop and try to get their offense another chance? That would be impressive. 2nd and 19 from the 12. No turnovers in this game. Surprising. Crockett in motion. What's going to happen here? Murray slides. Whoa. Saw Devontae Bosby coming and ends up going down after a gain of 5 or 6. Brings up 3rd and 13. A big opportunity for this defense to put a stop to this drive. All receivers spread wide. Back to throw with Murray. Quick pass, it's caught. No one's there. And how about Monte Crockett? 1st down, Legends. And Murray's over 100 yards on the day. Missed opportunities. The story of the San Antonio Commanders. I mean, they had golden opportunity right there, and they just get burned on 3rd and 13 across the middle. I don't know how you let that happen, but hey, it's the Commanders, so I'm sure they have an answer for it. What a play by Murray. Hangs in the pocket, delivers a strike to Crockett, who then just outruns those tacklers. Excellent, excellent execution from Atlanta. On the ground, Robinson trying to bounce to the outside, taken down after a gain of 4. Legends really doing a good job right now controlling the football and controlling the clock. We've already taken 3 minutes off the clock in this 3rd quarter, or maybe even more, and they haven't covered a lot of ground. There's still a lot of ground for them to cover, a lot of time for them to eat up. 2nd and 7, staying on the ground. This time it's Wadley who gets his first carry. It's a gain of 4, 3rd and 3. This running game starting to get going. And again, that's what we talked about earlier on. This is what Atlanta needs to do. Get the ground game moving. Even if, it doesn't have to be those big plays. This is almost better, where they're just chipping away at the defense, chipping away at the clock, but still finding ways to pick up first downs. 3rd and 3 from the 40. Quick pass, and that goes nowhere. Whoa, so San Antonio's defense, I don't know what that play call was, but Deron Smith in there to make a huge play, and the Commanders end up forcing a punt after all. I am surprised. I don't understand that play call. That was almost as dumb as Woodside's throw on 3rd and 10. Definitely a chance for them to make it work, but it doesn't. So Cameron Nizelek now has to punt it away. Back to receivers, Greg Ward from the 11, and they miss a couple of blocks, and he gets hammered. Bad special teams by Atlanta, but an opportunity for this offense. And let's see what they can come up with. I mean, they're only down 11-3, and I think if it was literally any other team in this league, even if it was the Memphis Express, I would feel confident in the offense to at least march down the field and make something happen. Man, I mean, Logan Woodside has just been so lackluster of a quarterback, and I think the Commanders desperately need to find a new quarterback. Maybe even this season. Kenneth Farrow barreling forward and finally has a decent carry. It's been a rough couple of quarters for him after the nice first quarter that he had. 2nd and 5 from the 25. Plenty of time for the Commanders right now. Still a minute and a half in this 3rd quarter, so if they can just methodically march the football down the field, they'll be in good shape. The question is, can they actually do that? Are they capable of doing that? Ken Farrow breaking loose to the 38, and finally Farrow getting some holes again. Just like that, he's averaging 4.5 yards a carry. And this is the beauty of having a running back that can just break free at literally any moment. He's just such an effective runner, Kenneth Farrow, and it's surprising to see him still not in the NFL. I mean, he is a beast, and I hope that he comes back to the XFL when it gets relaunched. 1st and 10 from the 38. Woodside throw, big blitz from Atlanta. Passes it out, is caught by Ayers, but the Legends defense just does a really good job of getting back to the football because they bring a big blitz. You think Ayers would have a lot of room to run going around that corner. He had none. I mean, he picked up 4 on the play, but that was it. They stopped him in his tracks. It's probably the final play of this 3rd quarter. Maybe not. We'll see if they decide to call one more. It's up to Woodside. 2nd and 6 from the 42. And no, we will go to the 4th quarter. One more quarter to go. The Atlanta Legends on top 11-3. The San Antonio Commanders have the football. They're moving it a little bit. Can they somehow manage to tie up this ball game? Is the question. They have not won since week 2, and that win was certainly contested. I mean, they got a big break from the refs on that PI. And it's not like I'm trying to demean that win, but they got a lot of help at the end of that game. Yeah, we'll see. Atlanta, meanwhile, 2-3, trying to snap their 2-game losing streak. 2nd and 6. Woodside needs to let it go. He does. And it's swung out of the backfield. Kenneth Farrow to the 46 of the Legends. Logan Woodside, 15 of 17. I mean, he's completing the football, which is very strange to see. Very high percentage of completion. Not many yards and hardly any points. So, can they turn that around? They aren't too bad in the 4th quarter. The 4th quarter is certainly their quarter, if that means anything. So, we'll see. Can they make it happen? 1st and 10 from the 46. Woodside to throw. Woodside, he's got to let it go. Going deep down the field, he's got a man and is knocked away. That was a nice pass, and Mikael McKay could not hang on. That was that would have been the big play that they really, really needed. Man, missed opportunities, and Woodside, give him credit. That was a perfect pass. Mikhail McKay cannot complete the opportunity presented to him. 2nd and 10. Woodside back to throw. Almost intercepted. Oh, man. That would have sucked for Woodside. Khalil Pace, I think, broke on that football. It was either him or Jeff Luke. Man. And now another long 3rd and 10. You can't entirely blame Woodside for this. I mean, Mikhail McKay had that in his hands. 3rd and 10. Woodside will throw. Quick pass. It's caught, but Farrow well short of the first down at the 42. And San Antonio, again, just unable to make things happen. It's just like every single game. It's just so confusing. They have so many weapons, and it just doesn't make much sense as to why they can't put it together. Regardless of the outcome of this game, Atlanta has not done a very good job of putting them away. I mean, they were up 11-0. See if they can get it done now, though. They forced a punt. Joseph Lima has to send it away again. Not a great punt. And he's met immediately at the 16. So, Atlanta backed up to start this drive. Aaron Murray coming out and set a decent game. And this is kind of a classic Aaron Murray sort of performance. Not the best completion, not many yards, but he's thrown a touchdown. Hasn't turned over the football. This is what he was doing at the beginning of the season, and it's why they won so many games. I mean, he did have that incredible performance against San Diego, but outside of that, he hasn't thrown for too many touchdowns, just hasn't thrown for a crazy amount of yards, just does enough to get the job done, and, does his thing and gets off the field. 1st and 10 from the 16. Quick pass, and it's a beautiful fake. Bug Howard makes the reception at the 23. I really like that quick delayed give and then able to get it done through the air. Jen Welter has a lot of these funky plays that she loves to call. A lot of stuff in her back pocket. 2nd and 3. They pitch it out to Robinson. Got a 1st down for the Legends, the 27. This San Antonio defense has made a couple nice stops this half, but I don't know if it's going to be enough at the end of the day. And once again, I mean, they've held the Legends to 11 points here in over 3 quarters. This loss, if they end up losing this game, is certainly not on them. Robinson breaking through, taken down by Washington at the 30. Shane Washington, a guy that has played his heart out today. Got beat a couple times through the air, but still coming right back at them every single play. He's got 7 tackles. He's got at least 1 or 2 tackles for loss. He's a baller that deserves a better record than 1-4. Without a doubt. 2nd and 8 from the 30. Low snap. Robinson gets it and taken down to the 32. That's a gain of, give him 3. Big 3rd and 5. Another big 3rd down right now. I mean, I'd say if they can at least get a stop here, they'll give their offense one last chance to try to march down and make something happen. But, I mean, San Antonio's offense has so many opportunities and just fails to get it done every single week. 3rd and 5. Huser down for the Legends. Murray will throw. Plenty of time. Getting pressured. Has to let it go deep on the field, and it's overthrown. Incomplete. So, once again, the Commanders' defense forced a punt. Now it's 6:19 to play in the game. Can their offense do something? Great pressure inside from Matthew Godin, and Irvin Phillips is open, but Murray just can't make the throw as he's getting hit. Cameron Nisolek gonna have to punt it away again. Man, can this Commanders' offense just do something? Nisolek boots it away. Greg Ward back to receive. Gets a couple blockers and then taken down to the 31. So, good starting field position for this offense. What can Logan Woodside do? And he's completed a lot of passes today. The problem is it's been dink and dunk. Dink and dunk. And every time they get to midfield, they have to punt. Only 3 points on the board. Kind of goes to show the story that this offense has seen today. One good thing, the one bright side for them, is that they have not turned over the football. I know, now that I said that, I'm sure that they will. But this team leads the league in turnovers. And they have not done that today, which is incredible because they only have 3 points. Like, I just don't understand, like, why this offense just cannot seem to get things going. Woodside will throw on first down. Plenty of time. Going deep to the sidelines, and it's knocked away. Looking for Rodriguez. It's incomplete. And, you just wonder, when is Atlanta going to get that interception? Or when is Logan Woodside just going to air it out deep and throw a touchdown? He had McKay on that previous drive, and McKay just unable to haul it in. 2nd and 10 now from the 31. Back to throw. He's got a couple guys open. He's got to let it go. He's going to go deep down the field, taking a deep shot, and it's dropped. McKay again drops a nice pass from Woodside. That would have set them up inside the 20. Man, McKay, big play McKay, has been certainly not big play McKay today. That is 2 massive drops. Those are catches he needs to make, and now the Commanders, 3rd and 10 again. Back to throw. Woodside has to let it go. He's going to be ripped down. Atlanta gets to win for the first time today. Tracy Sprinkle with the sack. Big play from the Legends, and the Commanders once again are going to have to punt, and that might just do it. I mean, and you cannot blame Woodside for this. He put a perfect pass in there to McKay for the 2nd time in the last 2 drives, and McKay dropped both of them, and I think that just might be it. Commanders at 1-4, they desperately needed a win here to try to stay in possible playoff contention, and man, they're just getting destroyed. Joseph Zima now on to punt it away. From the 24, back to receive is Irvin Phillips. With a lot of green grass around him. Makes a move, cuts it upfield, taking down the 40. So, the Legends offense, had a couple of scores there at the beginning of the game, and since then they've been silent. Again, the San Antonio defense has played a great game, and this 1-4 record does not reflect this Commanders defense. They have done everything that they can, the last couple weeks especially, and again in this game. They've held the Legends, who are known to score a lot of points, to only 11, and we've got 5 minutes left in this game. They forced 3 punts this half alone, and it's just the inability of Logan Woodside and this offense to get the job done, and they're most likely going to fall to 1-5 unless a miracle happens here. 1st and 10 from the 40. Great field position. Monte Crockett in motion, and they give it to him. Crockett with room. That's a first down and more to the 48. It's only a matter of time before Atlanta just scores some more points with all the weapons they have on offense. And this is going to be another just heartbreaking loss for this Commanders team. They've only put up 3 points today. The last few weeks, 6, 14 last week, with most of those coming at the end of the game. 3 this week. I mean, I don't know what they're going to do, but they need to change something. Murray to throw. He'll screen it out. That's caught by Robinson. And he'll be taken down to 44. Atlanta just needs to take care of the football, run this clock down, and they should be in good shape to get it done. Jen Welter ready to get her 3rd win of the season as a head coach, if they can find a way to get it done. 2nd and 6 from the 44. Still no turnovers in this game. Robinson met. Shane Washington is playing his heart out today. As I said earlier, he's got 8 tackles now, a couple tackles for loss. He's been all over the place. And, it's guys like that you feel for, because they've played phenomenal this season and just cannot get any help. 3rd and 6. Kind of the last chance right now for this Commanders team. Back to throw is Murray. He's got a man and it's open. Complete. Irvin Phillips to the 35. And Atlanta's just a couple first downs away from sealing the deal here at home. Get their first win in over 2 weeks. get back to the 500 mark. First and 10 now from the 35. And they just got to be smart and lock this up right here, right now. And they can also kick a field goal and get up by 2 scores and kind of just put it away then and there as well. First and 10, they go on the ground. Robinson, nice hole, although it does close quickly. And San Antonio uses their first timeout. Down 11-3, and this has just been defensive football, especially this half. And again, just disheartening for this defense to put up the amount of plays that they have today. They haven't created turnover, but they've created stops, and that's the most important thing that you can ask for from your defense. And Atlanta's just done an excellent job getting it done. What in the world? Delayed give to Robinson, who breaks loose down the sidelines. Not going to be stopped. Touchdown, Atlanta. Denard Robinson breaking loose and puts Atlanta up by 2 scores. And I don't know what happened here. This was a miscommunication between him and Murray. It's almost like he just ripped the ball out of Murray's hands. He's like, hey, I'm taking it to the house, yo. Man. Just as I was crediting San Antonio's defense for making some great plays, a broken play from Atlanta scores him a touchdown, and Jen Welter the fist bump. 17-3. Atlanta trying to make it a 16-point game. 2:15 to play. Murray to throw. Got time. It's caught, but he's not going to get in. So 17-3 remains as the score. And how about Denard Robinson getting to the outside on that beautiful run. Heck of a play. And Irvin Phillips here, he's got the score, just kind of comes up for the ball and then slides down. Mike Riley ready to face his 5th loss of the season here. He's just been incapable of getting it done as a head coach. And there's not really much else to say. Well, Young-Hoo Koo sends it away. Manders to receive. Who would have thought? Ayers on the return, and he gets hit hard at the 28. So San Antonio now down by 2 scores, 2:11 to play, 2 timeouts, and just a couple minutes away from getting this thing over with. Well, if we look at the schedules right now, San Antonio jumps to 1-5, and then they're hosting Salt Lake, hosting Arizona, hosting Memphis, and then at Salt Lake to close out the season. 1-9 is certainly a possibility. Maybe 2-8 if they get a win against Memphis. Look at Atlanta. I'll wait until after this play. First and 10 from the 28. Woodside. Deep down the field. It's hauled in. Somehow caught by DeMarcus Ayers, and then I'll take us to a 2-minute warning. What a grab by Ayers, and maybe he should have thrown it deep to Ayers instead of McKay. Anyways, Atlanta, they'll get a win here, get up to 3-3. They've got a huge match in Week 7 against the Apollos. Both these teams 3-3. The Apollos won the first game, but Atlanta, if they get to 4-3, obviously they'll be ahead of the 3-4 Apollos if they win in Week 7. Then at Birmingham, another massive game. They already beat Birmingham. Then hosting Salt Lake, and they close out in Memphis. So really, Atlanta had the ball is in their court. They certainly have an opportunity to go. I'd say 6-4, maybe even 7-3. I mean, they could win out. They could certainly win out with all the talent they have on their team. First and 10 now from the 40. Woodside to pass. It's complete. That's Rodriguez to the 33. San Antonio has been able to move the football between, the 20, 30, 40, 50, 40, 30s, but just unable to score. Second and 4 from the 33. Back to throw. Woodside. Plenty of time. Zips it across the middle. Wide open is Greg Ward. Taken down by the face mask. So that'll push him all the way down to the 5. And now San Antonio isn't certainly in a position to score a touchdown here. And just, you wonder, why can they only do this at the end of games? Why can they only do this in garbage time when the game's practically already over? It just doesn't make any sense. It really does not make any sense. They'll probably score a touchdown here. We'll see. First and goal. Woodside to pass. Getting backed up. Lets it rip. And it is hauled in for the touchdown. Greg Ward. And San Antonio finally finds the end zone with 1:22 to play. Logan Woodside throws his first touchdown in a long time. Ward able to get his feet down clearly. Possession, certainly a touchdown for the Commanders. And, you know, it just doesn't make much sense. It really does not make any sense. Like, where was this in the first, second, or even third quarter? This game would be close if they could just do that effectively and not in the final 2 minutes of the ball game. 2-point try from the 2. Woodside gets picked off. So the score will remain 17-9 with 1:22 to play. And you just look at San Antonio's losses. I mean, this one probably ends 17-9, but like 12-6 and 18-14, now 17-9. Like all those games in the last 3 weeks, winnable. Really, I mean, they could really be 4-2 if they just had an offense. I mean, I guess any team could win games if they had an offense, but, you know, still, I mean, it's an important point to make. If you don't have an offense, you're just not going to win. It's as simple as that. This game is starting to drag out. And, oh yeah, they're going to go for an onside kick. So, let's see how this pans out. Still never has been an onside kick recovered. And it's Atlanta who gets it. Aaron Murray going to come out to try to close out this game. Been a pretty good game all around for him. We'll see what he can do right now to just close things out. First and 10. And they give this little flip around to Justin Thomas. San Antonio takes the timeout. Justin Thomas has not been involved today all that much. Second and 5. Second 5 coming up from the 36. As San Antonio only has one more timeout to use. Robinson taken down. Third down coming up for the Legends. From the 35, so if they don't pick this up, and which you wonder, will he just stay on the ground? But if they don't pick this up, they could let Young-Hoo Koo kick a field goal to try to just seal the deal for good. We'll see what they decide to do. They go on the ground. Robinson breaks the tackle and gets to the outside again. There is a flag. This is going to be interesting. Wow. Unbelievable. Holding on Bug Howard, and now it's 3rd and 7, which pushes them out of field goal range. And now will they decide to pass it is the question. So a little sliver of hope right now for the Commanders. Just a little teeny tiny sliver of hope. Back to throw is Murray. Has to go deep, and it's out of bounds. So from the 38 with 1:01 to go, what are they going to decide to do? Will they let Koo try a field goal, or what? And Crockett has him beat, just decides to run out of bounds, although it is not a good pass from Murray. Man, what are they going to call here? They will punt it. And they elect to punt it away. Wow. That's crazy. I thought for sure the game was over. And Atlanta's going to get... Oh my goodness. Oh my word. That is the most perfect bounce you could possibly ask for. San Antonio needs to go 99 yards in under a minute with no timeouts. I don't think so. Man, and you just think, like, if this game just played out a little bit differently, if San Antonio's offense just did their damn job in the first, second, and third quarter, and halfway to the fourth, this would be a much closer game. And I know it's only a one-score game at the end of the day, but, like, come on, if you've been watching this game with me, the San Antonio offense is just pathetic. It really is, and it's been that way all season long. Woodside to throw. Quick pass. It's complete. Evan Rodriguez up to 7. Time continuing to tick. And Woodside actually has decent stats today, but, like, it doesn't matter because the scoreboard doesn't reflect it, and that's on him. Granted, he's had a couple of bad drops from McKay, but other than that, he's checked it down in situations he should not have checked it down in. And right there, I mean, go to the sidelines. Because there... Wow. Greg Ward decides to fall down. Will they even get another playoff? I don't know. We got under... Should be able to get one more playoff here. Woodside to throw. Ha! That could not have ended the game in a more fitting way. Ayers for a gain of 1, and that does it. The Atlanta Legends have improved to 3-3. Meanwhile, the San Antonio Commanders dropped to 1-5. A messy game on both sides, but it was the Legends who found a way to win. Jen Welter gets her team back into the win column. Once again, yeah, back up to 500. They improved to 3-3. Commanders season is practically over at this point. And yeah, that'll do it from here. 17-9. The Legends on top with the victory. And that'll do it for us here at the AAF Simulated. Thank you all for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed this game. If you're a Commanders fan, I am sorry. If you're a Legends fan, congratulations. Anyways, yeah, make sure to go follow us on Twitter. Get all the important information and updates and stuff like that. The AAF sheet's down in the description below. And that about does it. Next game is going to be a good one. Birmingham and San Diego, two of the better teams in the league. Should be fun. Thank you all for watching. I will see you next time.